It is going to be the Tide. Yes, my first prediction going into the bag for this tournament. We are Psychos on their last pick, and they go for a DK mid against the Invoker.
Yeah, I like this from them. Like the DK solidifies their lineup, gives them a front liner, and also it
Yeah,
gives them that stun. So if the Dragon Knight builds up something like a drums plus blink, he can blink and initiate on the Slark or the Invoker, and pretty much beat them up from there on. So
XRG do
it's
have a very synced and draft for themselves.
yeah, XRG as well. They have everything. They have picks to deal with almost everything, and Nagi's gonna be that safe lane carry Slark. He's gonna get uninterrupted farm. I don't think the Nature's Prophet alone can
Yeah.
hurt him.
So for now, the draft is done. The picks are going to be quickly done. I'm just going to change my overlay, and then we can get into the game and start introducing the teams.
All right, and there's a convenient pause for us as well. I guess I'll start with the Psychos.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Right, Kurosama is going to be handling that carry gyro. Combo Ho is going to be supporting him on that Dazzle. He's going to be joined by Passive Potato on the Undying. Mid's going to be handled by Strength greater than Agility, greater than what not. A lot of stats. Dark FL is going to be handling the off lane. Nature's Prophet.
And on the Radiant side, we do have Rifran, who's going to be on the Invoker. Tide Hunter, who's going to be played by Two Squares. Backlash is going to be on the Pudge. Cancer Gaming is going to be played by Vengeful Spirit. And Nikki is going to be on their Slug as they carry in the bot lane.
Yeah, like you pointed out, both these lineups, they're really good. The only drawback I would say to the Dazzle lineup is their lack of stuns, but they have a lot of push potential to make up for it. They can 5-man early and just deadball towards the win. So it's going to remain to be seen how the Radiant play during the laning phase, because they have a Pudge pickup, right? With that Pudge pickup, almost anything can happen. You
True
can
that.
expect some crazy hooks going in, well, just dismembering that gyro and killing him off before the team can reach. So this is going to be a fun game.
This is definitely, and it is a best of three. It is the quarterfinals that have started, so this is the best of three. So both of these teams have to get their wins correct if they want to go to the third game. But of course, my vote for now, I don't know. I just look at both the teams and I'm like, anybody could take it. So
Yeah, in terms of lineups, it is quite stable. Uh, Pudge is going to start with that early boots, so that's going to help him move around a lot. I'm not sure what the Invoker's building towards yet, whether it's going to be Exort or Quasvex, but again, both of those are really good in this game.
Vengeful Spirit, a little bit of trouble over there. She does get caught out on the back lines. Kurosama going to send out the rocket play for now, and that's going to be a quick first blood going in the favor of the dire side. Passive Parade, of course, taking this for them. He's almost got gold for his boots. He's sitting with 8 tangos.
Oh, is Pudge actually going to hook this? No, man, he's just hiding there. There's no way he hooks that guy.
If he wants to survive.
Yeah, he's just going to hide behind the trees and be happy with it. It's going to be a Vex first Invoker, so I think that's a Quasvex coming in from him. I'm surprised he decided to go for Vex first, but it's okay.
The wards have been dropped from the dire side. They have watered the jungle for now, but it's mostly going to get dewatered. There's going to be a change in lanes if you see. Tide Hunter is shifting off to the bottom lane. So it's going to be an aggressive tri
Yeah, I
lane
mean,
on the top.
they realized that the Slark won't get enough farm versus this tri lane, because like I pointed out, the Undying lane's almost always lost. So they're gonna set their tight onto there. He can always stack and pull the jungle, can get some sort of level up with that Anchor Smash and Kraken Shell. So it's gonna
There's
be
going to.
relatively safer.
I'm so sorry to stop you, but there was a hook in the mid lane. The DK caught, but there's going to be a pause also.
That shot heading towards him looks so dramatic, man. It's like
Uh,
an arrow.
it is a Coswex Invoker for now.
Yeah, it is the best choice in this game because they're a very mana intensive lineup, and before they get their arcanes, they're gonna be quite vulnerable to that combination. And
Yeah.
Dragon Knight's actually gone for Dragon Blood first, so he might actually be dead here. There's no core snap
Unless
invoke.
he goes from the side and doesn't really walk.
Yeah, he can walk away, right? There's no core snap
Yeah.
invoke on the invoker. He does have a tornado, but I don't think there's gonna be enough.
And there is no rot available. But he decided to go through the creeps. This could be a fall for him. DK in a little bit of trouble. Tornado, of course, connecting on him. And Backlash just going to keep walking, giving him a few hits over here. One more hit from the Invoker, and this could secure the kill. And with that, The Radiant do open their scoreboard. Nice hook coming in there from the Pudge.
Yeah, I'm not sure why the DK decided to walk straight back, but he could have walked towards the left. It's fine. He did. Okay, he's actually really far away from his bottle because he decided to go for his double gauntlets.
Nature's Prophet may get hooked over here. He is looking at a good opening. Backlash looking for an opening, and he does get the hook over there. Nice stun coming in from the Venture Spirit. Negi jumps in for the kill over here. He really can't get out of there, and Nature's Prophet is going to take a fall. XRG, it's 2 kills on the board for them. This Pudge rotation is really favoring them.
Yeah, the bus rotation is definitely working out, and he's 2 out of 2 hooks, so it's working brilliantly for them. In the bot lane as well, Tide is getting as much experience as he wants. He's already up to 2.5 levels, and the creep wave is pushing in.
The Dazzle and the Undying. Maybe if they, there's not really much they can do for now. How do you like zone out for Tide in a safe lane?
I mean, if the wave isn't pushed into the tower, he can just pretty much DK and just beat the shit out of the Tide. That's the best option they have. But it looks like it's gonna be a tri lane mid now. Uh, nope. I think Undying is just casually walking towards the top lane.
This ward from the dire side, Psychos have placed this ward for the ruin, but it would have favored them better, I think, in the mid lane. With that patch continuously ganking, they do need a ward on the side of the Radiant.
Yeah, I guess they're gonna realize that and ferry out a ward to them now, but nope, not yet.
Uh, Meanwhile, the Venture Spirit is doing a pretty fine job. She is pulling these scams and seeing to it that the profit is given as less as possible.
Hook again in the mid lane.
There is a hook in the mid lane, and we do see DK trying to get out there. He doesn't have mana for his stun or his breath fire, and he's gonna take a fall. That Pudge is doing pretty fine. He's level 3 for now, sitting with 1000 gold to his name and 2 kills.
Yeah, again, the buzz rotations, like you pointed out, are working brilliantly, and he's 3 out of 3 hooks. The Dazzle, he does have a TP, but there's no way he could have TP'd into help there.
Yeah. And this guy seems to be farming everywhere he gets.
Yeah, he's gonna do fine in that lane. He already has his Iron Talon, he has level 4. He can just stack up these camps and farm them. There's nothing that the Dagger can do about it.
When G is trying to sneak in from the line, Negi going to get this bounce off over here, but the Sprout is going to keep him alive for some time. Prophet going to try and get out of there, but Negi going to just quickly take that kill. The Dazzle does TP in, but it's not going to be enough to save him.
And that's also a rotation drawn from the Dazzle, which leaves this Gyro vulnerable bottom. And, well, not exactly vulnerable, but the Tide does get a lot of farm.
Undying, trying to do whatever he can to get that Tide out of the lane, but he seems to be his plan is not working with him.
Yeah, it's difficult to zone out a level 5 Tide. In the mid lane, Invoker's actually going neck to neck with Dragon Knight. They have the same amount of CS. Quite surprising that that's happening considering the Dragon Knights died twice.
Yeah.
But then again, like they're making up for that in the top lane. Negi's farm is phenomenal right now. He's at 28 last hits, and he's got a kill to his name.
There's the Dazzle who has come in the mid lane just to keep the DK safe for some time. But we do see Pudge. He has got the smoke on him. He wants to maybe get a hook off over here.
Bot lane, he's just using rockets to harass the Tide. I mean, that's the best they can do.
Backlash being very patient in the mid lane. He's just gonna walk out of there.
Ooh, he might get the dazzle. Oh,
Okay, he is going for the DK. The cold snap does connect. The hook is not going to connect though. That nice sidestep coming in from the DK, and he's gonna walk out safe.
I think we jinxed him, man. Actually, the Dragon Knight, I mean, after so many hooks, he just expects it in the mid
Yeah.
lane. He's just paranoid about it. Dragon Knight's actually going to pick up an own. Again, like, this tournament has had so many different builds where people have picked up stuff that's not very traditional.
True.
Nature's Prophet still struggling to find that farm. I think at this point he should just abandon that lane, go to the jungle, get as much farm as possible. Possibly get your supports to level 6 in that top lane, because they can leash the experience and get farm. Or at least have that Undying in the top lane to help out the Nature's Prophet. Right? Mid lane, they're just gonna continue farming. Oh, that was a close hook.
What I'm surprised is that normally I have seen Nature's Prophet in the offlane, and his Drian's always doing a lot of damage to the supports, not giving them any space to walk around. But Dark FL seems to be have had a very tough time. I mean, I did not expect the lane to turn out like that. There is going to
Yeah,
be Pudge, of course, coming in to gank over here. He is level 4. Dark for Hell is going to just try and get out of there. The hook is available. He's going to send out the hook. The Rot is doing a lot of damage over here. Pasiparito comes into the fight, but Dark for Hell may take a fall away. He does TP out to safety, and he's going to be safe. Pasiparito going to continue walking behind Backlash. He doesn't have mana for now. Negi behind him. He wants to maybe take a fall. He wants to catch Pasiparito, but he's not going to be able to. DK coming in from the back. He does have the stun if he wants to use it, but he's just gonna head back.
yeah. Meanwhile, the carry was picked up in the bottom lane.
Uh,
Good rotation from the bench coming out there. And it worked out for them.
Psycho's having a very hard time. I think what they need to do right now is just stick together and push a lane, because otherwise this Pudge is just going to be a continuous threat to all of them on the map.
I think what they needed more than that is good ward vision. Like you
Yeah,
pointed out at the beginning, they need to cover all the spots that, well, you expect most of the Pudge
true.
ganks from. Pudge in the top lane again, he's almost gonna get that dazzle. I think we jinxed him, man. He was
Yeah.
3 out of 3 hooks, now he's missed the next 3.
Negi being very aggressive over here. 4 heroes over there. The stun does connect, but he's just going to use his Dark Pact and get out of there. Invoker coming into the fight. He has used a tornado right now. It does connect on the Nature's Prophet and the DK, and they're going to quickly try and head back. Negi is not going to go for this. Backlash does have the hook available, but it's just going to walk ahead and clear out space. Dark for Hell, not a very good place to TP, but he's just going to make it out. Nice try.
Yeah, it looks like Dark FL is going for that Midas pickup. I wouldn't say that's a bad pickup here considering they are far behind. They need to
Yeah.
group up a lot so that Midas is gonna provide him the levels he needs. They're all gonna go back to base. I think this is when they regen and they just all decide to push one lane. But their plans, they're gonna come to a standstill the minute they realize that this tornado. Well, this guy is a max Quasvex in Moko, so it's
Yeah.
gonna put a halt to everything.
Especially Dazzle will have to be really careful about his positioning in all fights, because if he gets caught out in that tornado, Gyro is not going to be able to do much.
Yep. Bottom lane, the Gyro's gonna keep farming. He has decent farm on. He has been picked off once, but look, the Dragon Knight's used his Dragon form. That's gonna be a free bottom tower.
Prophet also has come in. He's going to just quickly put his treants on the tower and start taking it down. I guess that's what you do when you have an Undying in your team. I mean, you have to get those early towers. And since they have already lost so much,
Yeah, they have to dead ball towards a win. They need to secure all these outer towers and then
yeah,
go for a quick Roshan. That's their best play. And the Radiant are gonna do everything in their power to stop that. And once this Slark gets his Blink Tag or Shadow Blade, whichever he's going for, I'm gonna assume he's going for a Blink since he
yeah.
has the early levels from Midas. So that's gonna be their time to fight. Till then, they're just gonna farm up, try and secure that Blink, and it looks like they're going for the Rosh now, or are they just
They do have a smoke available on the Undying, but I think they're looking for a little bit more of farm, maybe another tower.
yeah? If they were looking for that, I think they should have made their way top and just
True.
defended that tower as well. But no, it's gonna go down. They might look for a trade mid. Yeah, that's their plan. Okay, so they're gonna push out these tier ones first. That's their go-to strategy at this point.
Core Psycho building towards his drums for now. He has picked up the recipe.
Rift is gonna have a really early Orchid at this rate because he's gonna get a lot of creeps to farm up because of these pushes.
Negi A little too far out. Maybe this could be a kill that Kurosama is looking for. He has sent out the rocket audio on him. Nature's Prophet is going to ulti off also. The Sprout is available. Negi does have his ulti if he needs to use it. The Shadow Dance is available. Passive Potato does come into the fight. Negi just going to get out of there, pounce out, use his ulti, and just TP out as quick as possible. And he's going to get an escape. This is the biggest, I feel like the biggest flaw with Dyer's draft is they just don't have the lockdown right now, even if they do catch somebody.
Yeah, I guess that Slark pick was really smart. They realized that there were no disables in their first three picks, and
Yeah,
those heroes aren't the best at actually catching a Slark off guard.
true.
And after that, it's pretty much easy. And if you look at their draft, they did ban out the silencer in their first few. I
Yeah,
think it was their first ban.
yes.
So they'd already planned something like this, where they have an Invoker, Slark, all these heroes that are affected by that global silence.
Rifshan already in the front lines of TB. That DK has ulted already. The Tornado does connect on him. EMP connects on him. Tide is going to go in his fight. He does have the Ravage and they're going to use it. Vengeful Spirit also is available. She does send out stun. She's got her swap available very soon. The stun does hit on the Dazzle and they're going to quickly try and catch off the Undying who has used his Fairy Fire and try and escape from there. Prophet TP'd out. And Tide gonna catch off the Dazzle. Invoker is there. He does have the cold snap to cut off the TP, and that's gonna be another kill going in favor of XRG.
Backlash being like, I want this kill, guys. Y'all can't have it. The Invoker does secure it in the end.
He's like, I started it.
In the bot lane, the
Meanwhile,
Gyro
bot
is
lane,
making.
yeah, Nigi in a little bit of trouble over here. Call down has been used, but he's just going to quickly pounce out of there. He does have the death pack if he wants to use it. And sitting at 2000 gold for now.
Yeah, he almost has a dagger up. That's gonna be one of the game breaking items for him. Once he gets that, he can pretty much blink into the back lines, pick off these supports before they can do anything at all. And also go for those solo pickoffs. So it's the most important item right now for them. Tide is working towards that mechanism. It's almost complete. He only needs the buckler recipe.
The Slack is having a ball of time. He is sitting at 107 creeps, which is at almost double of the carry of Psychos. So he's building up pretty fine. Dagger up on him already. Dazzle may be caught over here. He does try to take off the D-ward. Pass a potato on the back lines there to save him if any problems occur. Korosama way out of the line. Manchester does have the swap in case she wants to use it. There is going to be the dismember on Korosama, but it's going to be the shallow grave used on him. He's going to walk towards backlash. DK coming into the fight, going to maybe take the skill over here, but Gyro does take a fall to the Budge's hook, and Dark Pearl is going to take a fall also. So one for two. The fight does continue, of course. Passive Pareto gonna maybe try and catch off the Vengeful Spirit mech used by the Tide Hunter, and DK does get the stun off on the Venji, and he uses the Fiery Breath. That's gonna be a quick kill going to them. Negi in the backlines comes into the fight. Invoker has used the AMP for now, and the Tornado is going to connect on the DK hook. Of course, misses because of the Tornado, but the damage is done, and it's gonna be 5 kills going in the favor of XRG.
Yeah, and one of the most important parts of that gank was the fact that that was Slark's first rotation with the dagger, and he got 3 kills from it. It that boosts his net worth up to 9,000 only in 14 minutes. So he's pretty much looking like he's looking unstoppable in these ganks. What started off as like a simple engagement in the dire jungle, I don't think they keep overextending
Yeah.
psychos. We've seen them game and a game again. They get an advantage and they just keep overextending on it, and that costs them. It's costing them games.
Meanwhile, Slug does it take a kill on a Nature's Prophet in the bottom lane? I did not catch that one. Mid lane, Driftrun may be in a little bit of trouble. Backlash is there. He does send the Tornado and the EMP. The hook does not connect on anybody, and Undying a little bit of trouble. He is silenced off for now. The Orchid has been used on him. Driftrun gonna try and get out of there. Vengeful Spirit does have the swap, but it's just gonna keep it for now. Negi coming in from the back lines. He's going to pounce on 3 heroes, taking down one really quick. Dazzle takes a fall over there. Passive Pareto going to just get out. Negi on the back line is going to get out on the side. Dragon Knight is going to try and follow. The stun is available. Gyrocopter has sent the homing missile on him, but it's not going to be enough. Nice hook, but it's not going to connect. And Invoker just going to try and get out of there as quick as possible. 4 heroes from Psychos rotating around. They can take a fight over here. The call down is available. Tide Hunter going in. He does have the Ravage, but
And he's just sitting there and taunting them.
and he
Like,
decides to taunt.
look at that man. He's just having a ball of a time there. He knows that he's really tanky for those heroes to bring down. He has the mechanism available to them, so he can afford to do these things. I wouldn't
Yeah.
be surprised if in the next game he just walks up in the middle of all of them, taunts and then ravages.
And that's the biggest scare when you don't know when the Ravage is going to come out. That's the worst fear. EMP tornado used not. It's going to connect on the DK for now. The Ravage expel hits three people. Randa going to take a fall maybe on the back lines. He does have the shallow grave on him. Meanwhile, Negi clearing out the others in the front lines. DK takes a fall over here mostly. Negi is going to go and jump on him. DK doing a lot of damage. The stun does connect, but that's going to be a quick kill. Venture Spirit does swap up the Dazzle for now, and he's going to just get hooked out of there by Backlash. Negi wants to finish it off, and he does take the Nature's Prophet also. And all five heroes down again from Psychos.
Yeah, I mean this is a 16-minute game and they already have a 16,000 net worth lead. This
Yeah,
is like it's one of those games that the only way the Dire is winning now is like if there's a huge throw from the Radiant. If five of their heroes dive, and the Tidehunter taunt is so
it's crazy. It's funny.
concerning. Yeah, I mean he's just running there. He's just swimming around on the freaking map. It's so you can't help but laugh at that, man.
Paj also taunts. Negi picked up an ultimate off for now. Mostly gonna go farm his Skadi.
Skari does seem to be the smartest choice here. And he's so far ahead, he doesn't even actually need to go for any small items or anything like that.
Yeah. But I think early game XRG did have a lot to do uh, with that Pudge rotation. I mean, he really changed a lot for them. The Dazzle, a little bit of trouble right in the front of everybody. He does try to keep himself alive. The Shallow Grave does keep him alive. Tornado EMP is used. DK gets caught off on the side. Vengeful Spirit does drop the stun on him. Kurosama on backlines is a little bit of trouble. Negi chopping hard on him. Passive Potato going to take a fall to Rift Run also. And there are kills everywhere. They're just getting.
Yeah, they're
I don't
gonna
want
call
to.
it, man. They
The
know
G
that
is gone.
it's been a hard game on the Dire side. The early rotations from Praj really sealed the deal for them.
Definitely.
You're
And
right
this
about
is
that.
game one. There is going to be a game two after this, and Cycles will really need to buck up their game style if they want to go to a
Yeah.
game three.
I felt it all came down to the draft here. Like
Yeah,
they drafted a little too defensively. They had a lot of heals, a lot of death ball potential, but to death ball you need a certain amount of levels and lane presence. So I'd be
yeah.
happy if they go back to their Spirit Breaker and that kind of picks and just try and force out strong lanes.